welcome to the J.B Manley Podcast. I'm Manley, and I don't know who in the hell that guy is. Who is that?
Let me tell you something, brother.
It's the mass assassin. My man went on vacation, come back as a lucha replay wrestler
Damn right. Loved it.
from parts unknown.
From parts unknown, Mexico.
He got that foreign object in the mask.
Man, I look like juice and lager, baby.
Ain't no thunder to it, huh?
Man, ain't no thunder right here.
Yeah. What's been going on, man? Vacation? How'd vacation go?
Man, it was great, dude. Freaking Cozumel, Mexico, Georgetown, Grand Cayman, Portsmouth, Jamaica. Jamaica's awesome. I love Jamaica. I'd go back in a heartbeat.
I have
dude.
never been on a cruise, man. I can only imagine. Maybe
Yeah,
one of these
Jamaica.
days.
It's beautiful. Jamaica is absolutely beautiful.
I'll be making looks like you.
Yeah. That's right.
Take the wife and
now we gotta
kids.
give
Take
him.
Ozzy.
No, we ain't take Ozzy. He was like, I thought you heard him earlier. He was already barking, starting
He
shit.
already let the dog out.
Yeah, he's already out. Yeah, he's getting ready for this snow. We got the storm coming. You guys already got hit with it.
Yeah, we got a bunch of rain. Yeah,
Did you?
no snow, but they're calling for
Yeah,
snow here next week.
we're getting. It's gonna start about 2:00 in the morning. We're gonna end up with about 7 inches tomorrow.
Dang, you gonna have a snow day tomorrow?
No.
No, you
Well,
gonna
the
get your
kids.
ass to work.
Yeah, the kids will be out of school doing computer learning. See, they don't really cancel school up here. They send computers home with them, make them do shit at home.
We ain't getting no snow days like we did, huh?
No, you ain't getting no makeup days.
You can't
But
go outside and build a snowman. Get your ass in this house and
yep,
work.
exactly right. But they have a few snow days, but we really don't do it. But school's already been canceled, and it's gonna be pretty bad tomorrow. But yeah,
7 inches of snow. We shut the town down, baby.
Man, not here. They scoop it off the side and say, "Get to moving."
All right, man. Hey, a lot of football to talk about.
Yeah,
A lot has happened, transpired since your ass went on vacation. First of all, condolences to the Leach family and the Mississippi State Bulldog family. Of course, passing of Mike Leach, one heck of a coach, a genius as far as coaching in my mind, in my opinion. Um, so shout out to the Bulldog family, man. My daughter graduated from Mississippi State, so they always hold a special place in my heart, and
yeah,
a lot of respect for Coach Leach and what he did
yeah.
for college football, what he meant.
I hope college football changes their rules for the Hall of Fame because that man belongs in it. But he didn't win 60% of his games, so he's not eligible. He won 59.6. That's
Uh,
bullshit.
yeah, I'm sure there'll be some pulling some strings there. Hopefully, he deserves him, man. He's a good guy.
Yeah,
And heck of a coach. Good stories on him. I've been reading all week, man. So condolences there. Any other news, Josh?
Dion, man.
That's right. Prime time is headed to the Rocky Mountains.
Absolutely. So I got a few opinions on this. I don't think he'll be there longer than 5 years. I think he's waiting for a Southeastern Conference team to open up or Florida State.
Why did Auburn not pursue Coach Prime? What do you
It
think?
was a mistake. It was a mistake. I'm gonna go. I told you the other day. I'm gonna go ahead and just tell you. I'm making a bold prediction right now that next year the Colorado Buffaloes will be in the top 10 and go to a college playoff and pursue to be a national champion in year one.
Woo, man. You ain't lying there. You did say a bold prediction.
Yep, it's gonna
I
happen. I'm
thought you
telling
meant
you.
bold prediction, but you said bold prediction. That
Oh,
is
it's a
one.
bold. Yeah, it's a bold prediction. It's a minute bold prediction. This thing's
Tell
huge.
you
I'm
what, though,
telling you. He's going to get
Yeah.
a lot of transfers. He's going to get a lot of offers. He's going to get money coming in. I'm telling you, people are just, and the thing is people are upset that he's coming in and he's making like these drastic changes and he's talking the way he has to, man. I mean, the team was 1-11 last year. If your team's 1-11, you ain't gonna come in and be like, "Hey, boys, it's all right. We're gonna do the best we can next year." No, you're either with us or you're out. One or the other. And
Hey,
that's what he
the
did,
fact of the
man.
matter is, Colorado has been nothing really since Coach McCartney left there
Yep.
as a coach, man. Maybe Newhouser did a little bit, but Colorado's been down for a lot of years, man. Coach Prime's going to come in there. It's going to pump it up. Hey, I'm a big Coach Prime fan, baby. I love some Dion.
Oh, me too. There's no doubt. I'm on the Buffalo bandwagon. If I'm not cheering for the Nittany Lions, yep, I'll be pulling for Colorado, no doubt.
Coach Prime, you out there listening, baby. Woo! Get it done,
Woo!
baby. Let's go smoke a cigar after we win
Neon
one.
Dion, baby.
All right, speaking of bowl games, hey, bowl week kicks off December the 16th.
Yes,
That's
sir.
just a few days away there, Joshua. First game on
Hmm.
the schedule we're going to talk about is the UAB versus Miami of Ohio.
Yeah, this is going to be a good start to the bowl season, I think, in my opinion. I know a little bit about Miami, not too much, but UAB is a good team, and it's going to be a solid start to the bowl season, and I'm going UAB in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go UAB also. That is a program that went away for a couple of years and then bounced right back, and now they're in a bowl game. So props to the
Yep,
Blazers there at UAB. So
absolutely. That was
we're
what,
both
3
going
years
to go.
ago, I think it was, wasn't it?
That's correct, man. Uh, Sad to see that thing go away, but glad to see it revived thanks to a lot of people getting that thing back on the map there.
It's like Haytai's baseball program.
That's right, man. You let stuff die for a while, old boy. It's hard to get back up.
Yeah, it is.
Both teams are at 6-6. UAB is an 11-point spread. So there we go. Hey, next one is going to be a heck of a game as you got 11-2 UTSA versus 11-2 Troy.
Yeah,
UTSA looks like Troy is favored by a 1.5.
it's going to be a close one. I think it's going to be pretty high scoring too. I mean, we're talking high 30s, low 40s on both sides. I think, but I don't think Troy is the favorite in this. I think UTSA is, and that's who I'm going to pull.
Yeah, I'm going to go with UTSA, man. That program there is on a high for the last 2 years, man. Winning ball games, 11 wins this year. I believe they won 11 last year as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, so we're both going to pick those as well. So that is the Duluth Trading Cure Bowl. Huh. We got some new bowl games here. I guess Duluth, you know that about underwear commercials, boy. They got some good commercials.
Man, that big lumberjack running around,
Yeah.
balls hanging
Oh,
low.
Joe LeDuc.
Yeah, Big Joe LeDuc. Yeah, the Axe Man.
Yeah. All right. Next one on the schedule here is the Fenway Bowl. Of course, we know where the Fenway Park is. It's in Boston, Cincinnati versus Louisville, and that's going to be a good one as well. Cincinnati's 9-3. They're going to be without head coach Luke Fickell in this one, and Louisville is also going to be without their head coach. They are 7-5, and Louisville Cardinals are favored by 2. I'm going to go ahead and say Cincinnati wins this one.
All right, well, I'm going to take the opposite side. I think Louisville's going to pull this one off. I know they're only favored by 2, but Cincinnati's a good team. But I still think Louisville pulls it out.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how much Cincinnati's going to struggle without Coach Fickell there.
Yeah.
A lot of changes, man. That's the thing about these bowl games. You don't know. A lot of players have entered the transfer portal, and we don't know who's going to be playing and who's not. It changes from day to day.
I think that's just terrible, too, by the way.
Yeah.
Play
All
your
right.
bowl game.
Next one on our list is going to be the Celebration Bowl with Jackson State without Coach Prime and his quarterback there, and Jackson State versus NC Central.
I think this is going to be a pretty interesting to watch. I think a lot of people were thinking with Dion gone and the quarterback gone that Jackson State's going to fold. But you have to remember, man, that was a good team this year, man. They played some good games
Yeah.
and lit it up. So I'm sticking with them. I think those kids are going to band together and come out and pull a victory off for Jackson.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm going to stick it to Jackson State as well. I mean, yeah, the Sanders duo had a lot to do with it, and the trio, I should say, is the other one played free safety for them.
Yep.
But you got to remember, there's 11 guys on that field at one time, and they were obviously hitting on all cylinders there throughout the year. So we'll see if they can
Exactly.
win in the Cool in the Gang Celebration Bowl. See if they can win that one and celebrate on out.
That's right.
Hey, the next one is the PUBG Mobile New Mexico BYU versus SMU.
Damn. That takes a lot to say that
That's
damn
a lot
bowl,
of
man.
jargon, ain't it?
And then
Hey, next year we're gonna sponsor a bowl game.
yeah, the J.B Manley Podcast show me Pennsylvania Center County Bowl. You have all those names in it, and then all of a sudden, who you got playing in it? Oh, BYU and SMU. You know, they ain't got nothing to it. You know, I'm gonna make this make this one quicker. Just right now, I
I
like
got
the
the
Cougars,
Mustangs
baby.
and the Cougars. The Mustangs and the
Yeah,
Cougars.
yeah, you know, I said all year
You
long, I
like the
like a good
Cougars?
Cougar.
I do too. That's right, baby. We love the Cougar.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so we're both going to go with BYU on that one. SMU does have a good offense, though,
Yeah, they do.
and that should be a good one as well. Both teams are 7-5. SMU is favored by 3.5 on that one, so we're going to go with the underdogs, the
That's right, baby.
Cougars.
Woo. Cougars.
Woohoo! Next one, we got late night talk show host Jimmy Kimmel and his LA Bowl. We got Fresno State and the man you love to hate coming out of Washington State.
Woo! I like that little mix there. I'm just going to go ahead right now, and you can mark me down for later on. But I think it's going to be a sweep by Washington in the bowls this year. I'm taking Washington State, and like I said, you can mark me down for Washington when we get to it because I think they're both going to win. So Washington State, baby.
Washington State, the Cougars, maybe they'll win one for old Coach Mike Leach, man. That'd be
Uh,
awesome if they did.
yep,
I'm tell you,
exactly.
I'll tell you what, just for that reason, JB, I'm going to agree with you. And I had Fresno State originally, but I hope they play one for Coach Mike Leach and win it. So I'm going to go with those Cougars as well. Looky
Yeah,
there.
I
Cougars back
originally
to
did
back.
have. I had Fresno State at first too, and at the end of the day, they could end up winning it. But man, I hope Washington State pulls it off.
Yeah. They might need to go get old Drew Bledsoe out of retirement.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, man. The next
Ryan,
one is if you need some money, call Linden Tree Bow. That is Southern Miss, who obviously gonna need some money after they recruit that money that a little under the table there for that
mhm.
new indoor facility down there. They're gonna be playing beans and rice. So rice versus Southern Miss without the beans.
I was just on my way back from Houston, and then we passed through and got to see Rice in honoring of Lance Berkman and all that. But Lance Berkman ain't played football, so with that being said, the money laundering John Gotti's of Southern Miss, I'm going to take him, baby.
Money laundering. You think that they might want to go see Linden Tree now, huh?
Man, yeah, that's a
Southern
very good
Miss, you
bowl
are
game.
playing in a perfect bow for you, Bubba.
You
Go
better
go
believe it.
borrow some damn money and get y'all shit straight down there.
That's right. Go ahead and get that dub while you at it.
Southern Miss will be my pick as well, so we're both going to pick them. Man, we ain't disagreed too much here early on. Got a
Just
lot of
one.
games to pick on. The next one is the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl, baby.
Woo,
Let's
hell
go to
yeah.
Vegas. And guess who's
That's
going
right.
to Vegas? Those Florida Gators and the Oregon State Beavers, baby. We love some beaver.
Yeah, you said it right there, baby. We love the Beavers.
Oregon State is 9-3, and the Gators are 6-6. Oregon State is favored by 10. I'm definitely going to pick Oregon State and the Beavers, and we're going to leave it to Beaver Cleaver.
That's right. I'm all Beaver in this one.
Next one is just the plain old Frisco Bowl. Who names a bowl like that? Just plain old Frisco. Boise State against North Texas. North Texas comes in at 7-6, and the Boise State team is 9-4. Boise State is favored by 10.5. So I'm going to go with Boise State on that one, Joshua B.
Yeah, for those of people that do confidence picks or whatever, this is one of yours that you can put high confidence in that Boise State's going to pull this off and they're going to win and cover big time. I think they end up winning by at least 20.
Ooh, big time. Put some money on it, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Put some money on it. JB says, there you go. There's his lock pick of the week.
Yep.
Boise State versus North Texas, folks. And that is on December the 17th. So got a few days before you lay that bet. Get it in there. Myrtle Beach Bowl is next. You got the Yukon Huskies against the We Are Marshall.
Ooh. Yeah, that would be a good matchup. I mean, actually, I can remember a couple of years ago, UConn wasn't even going to have a program after a while because they were terrible for years. And so it's good to see them back in the bowl. But that's all they're going to be doing is just showing up to play in the bowl because Marshall's going to put it to it and bring home the W on that one, too.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that one. Marshall, of course, is 8-4 on the year. UConn 6-6. Marshall favored by 10. So we're going to agree with that one. Hey, the next one is the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. I potato, you potato, potato, ever how it goes. San Jose State against a team from Michigan called Eastern Michigan.
Ooh,
I thought there was
Eastern
only one
Michigan.
team in Michigan now. That was the
Yeah,
Wolverines.
man, Eastern Michigan is I think it's a MAC team. Eastern Michigan usually comes out plays pretty decent, along with like Central Michigans and Miami Ohio's and things like that. So they'll come in and they'll compete, but I think that San Jose State's going to be just a little bit too much, and that yellow and blue is going to go up to Idaho and bring home some of them taters
That's
and
right.
cheese.
Gonna pull one out for old number 5, Jeff Garcia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
San Jose State at 7-4. Eastern Michigan at 8-4. San Jose State is favored by 3.5. So we're gonna go with the favors in that one. Next one up is roofclaim.com Boga Raton Bowl. You got the Toledo Mud Hens. That's their baseball team. But anyway, Toledo against Liberty. Liberty without Hugh Freeze. And man, I don't know. I don't know about this one, Josh. Man, you got
Yeah,
Liberty at 8-4. You got Toledo at 8-5. Toledo is favored by 5.
yeah, it's this is gonna be a good one too. I mean, Toledo's another MAC team, but whether it's the Mud Hens or Rockets or Blue Hens or
Zappers.
whatever, yeah, exactly. You bring all you want, but I think at the end of the day, Liberty has been in the mix all year. It's a good ball club. They are without Hugh Freeze. I do know that, but I think Liberty pulls it out. I think they take this one and win by a few.
Man, I don't know. Liberty has really struggled down the stretch here. Their last
They
two
did.
games have
Yep.
not
No,
been
that's
good
true.
at all, man. Matter of
Very
fact,
true.
they lost 49-14 to New Mexico State. They lost 23-22 to Virginia Tech, and they lost to UConn, those Huskies, 36-33. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to say, holy Toledo. Mark it down. Toledo is going to beat Liberty in the
Holy
roof.
Toledo.
Holy Toledo, Batman. The roof.com bow, or whatever the fuck it is, the Boca Raton bow. Hell, I don't know. That bow game is going to be all Toledo. Hey, you need a carrier. R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl, baby. This next up
Ooh.
on the agenda. You got somebody from right around the corner in South Alabama going against Western Kentucky out of Bowling Green, Kentucky, baby.
Oh man, this is gonna be
Oh,
another
Hilltoppers.
good one with the Hilltoppers coming to Nolans. We'll see how this goes, but I think with the home field advantage, I'm going to take South Alabama, and they'll have a closer fan base for sure, and I think they pull out.
I believe Western Kentucky is going to be without that top-ranked quarterback.
Yep,
He's headed to the transfer portal. That's definitely going to make a difference. South Alabama's at 10-2 also, so they've had a great year, and they're favored by 4.5. So we're going to lay with the favors there. Take South Alabama. The Jaguars.
yeah, baby.
All right, the next one is Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. We're going to have the Air Force Academy going against the Baylor Bears. Baylor, of course, 6-6 on the year. Air Force at 9-3. However, Baylor is favored in this one. I'm going to go with the Baylor Bears out of the Big 12
That's a
on that
that's
game.
a that's a good strong pick. But speaking of armed forces, I just want to give a quick bitch about what Navy did to their head coach. Just fired him the other day. I heard rumor they fired him in the locker room. Man, head coach for 15 years with the team for 25. You figure after losing a close game to Army, you at least wait till they get back to the Navy base before they start talking about dismissing him. So I think that was a bunch of BS by the Navy. But with that being said, I'm going the opposite way, and I think Air Force is going to win the United States of the build the wall, protect the border celebration of military bowl. I'm taking the Air Force, baby.
The Air Force Academy. All righty, man. The next one is the Radiance Tech Independence Bowl. The Houston Cougars going against the team from Louisiana. Of course,
I'll
Houston's the
say
number
it.
one basketball team, but they're
Yep.
not the number one football team, and that's going to make a difference. Because Louisiana, I believe that's where Coach Napier, the coaches down Florida, I believe, came from.
Mm-hmm.
Step there. Houston is 7-5. I'm going to go ahead and lay with Houston, but I think
Yeah.
it's going to be closer to 7, maybe a 3-point ball game.
Yeah, I think so too. I absolutely agree with that. I think it'll be less than 7. And I said it once earlier, and I'll say it again. We like the Cougars, baby. So put me down for Houston.
We love the Cougars and the Beavers.
Ew.
Hey, next one is a game that I'm going to personally attend in person. The Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl, where the Missouri Tigers take on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons.
Hey, I can tell you what, the record doesn't show it, man, but I've been proud of Mizzou all year with the games they played. They competed in almost every damn game, man.
Some
Just a couple,
heartbreakers.
yeah, a couple snaps here and there, man. They'd be potentially
Eight
playing
and
on a New
four.
Year's Day bowl. To be
Yeah,
honest with
that's
you,
right. You got that right.
but and with all that being said, dude, I'm going with Mizzou Tigers, man. I got to represent my home state. And I think the boys deserve a bowl victory after what they did this year. That's right, baby.
Yeehaw, baby! Look at that.
Oh, black and gold.
That's right, baby. Them Tigers. Go Tigers.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to take the Mizzou Tigers. I'm going to that game, baby. I'm souped up and proud. I'm going to Tampa Bay for a couple of days. It's going to be nice and 83 down there, I believe.
Nice.
For those couple of days I'll be there.
Good for you, man. That's awesome.
Only worry about I got for Mizzou is a couple of defensive players entered the transfer portal. And, of course, Lovett, the number one receiver for the Tigers from Mizzou, also entered the transfer portal.
Yep.
But I think we'll step it up the way Mizzou played there at the end down the stretch, winning those last 2 games they had to get bowl eligible, then winning the big one against Arkansas. So
yeah.
go
definitely.
Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Next one, we're going out on the West Coast. way out in the ocean. We're going all the way to the Easy Post Hawaii Bowl, and that's going to be San Diego State against Middle Tennessee State from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, the Blue Raiders.
Now, didn't that used to just be simply called the Aloha Bowl?
Yes, it did.
and
Aloha
you had
hula.
and you always had the Hawaii
Hey,
Rainbows
that's
playing in it
right.
with
Yeah,
the white helmet and the rainbow logo on the
the
side. That was
Rainbow Warriors.
awesome, man. But anyway, back to the game itself. I think the team that's traveling the farthest is going to pull it out, man. I'm going with Middle Tennessee. I think that they going to represent. They're going to get a W for uh, great year with the women's volleyball team down there, and Haytai's own Danica Sutton leading them to a conference championship, which is awesome. So I got Middle Tennessee State winning this one, bud.
All right, Middle Tennessee State at 7-5. San Diego State also at 7-5. San Diego State favored by 3.5. I'm going to go with the Aztecs on that one,
Oh,
JB.
Marshall Falk,
That's right, baby. Marshall, Marshall, Marshall. He's one hell of a running back there. I tell
man.
you, man. Them
I
days
think
that
my favorite story about Marshall Falk was when he played with the Rams. They had him or somebody mic'd up, and he fumbled. And he goes straight to Vermeil. He's like, "I'm sorry, coach. I'm sorry." And he's like, "What are you sorry about?" Marshall's like, "I don't fumble." He's like, "I know." He said, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't fumble." And dude, that was it. He didn't
no more
fumble the rest of the
fumbles.
year.
They probably had 200 plus that game.
Man, probably.
Hey, the greatest show on turf. That's exactly what they were. Warner slinging that thing, Falk running it, Hope, Ozzie King catching the ball. Man, what a team them boys are. Ricky Pro,
Isaac Bruce.
defense. Yes, who can forget about Isaac Bruce, man? The boy from Miffo.
That's right.
Hey, next one is the Quick Lane Bowl, and that is New Mexico State against Bowling Green.
Hmm.
Both teams at 6-6. Bowling Green is favored by 3.5.
Yeah, I'm not too certain about both teams right now. I know that every time I saw New Mexico State play this year, they seem to take a pretty good thumping. So with that coming in my head, take it coming in my head, I'm gonna go ahead and just go with Bowling Green and call it a
they,
day on that one.
they did beat Liberty 49-14.
They
They won
did.
their last two ball games. Mizzou did beat them 45-14. So
Damn.
Bowling Green is J.B. pick. I'm going to go with New Mexico State,
There you
the
go.
Aztecs.
Aztec. Back to back Aztec.
Went back to back Cougars, back to back Aztecs, man. You can't get better than that, man.
That's right.
The Camilla Bowl is next. Georgia Southern against Buffalo.
Ooh, this is a good one, man. I mean, Georgia Southern, man. One of these days, these guys are gonna be cracking the top 10, dude. Like ever since they started their program, which hasn't been long ago, they've been
Ever
in the
since they
mix
moved
every
up,
year. Yeah, it's been
yeah,
crazy, dude.
they used to
And
dominate 1A, or what they called 1A.
yeah,
Uh, Now it's called football subdivision, whatever the shit they call it.
yeah,
Uh, FBS football subdivision, some shit. But anyway, when I
yeah.
was at Arkansas State, Georgia Southern and Arkansas State would always meet in the playoffs. Georgia Southern had a great program, and Arkansas State. We were coached by Larry Lacewell back then. When I went, we had Roy Johnson. Fred Barnett was there, a hell
Fred
of a
Barnett.
receiver. Yes. So I'm
Nice,
going to go with
man.
Georgia Southern, man. Carry on that tradition.
Yeah, mark me down for the same, man.
All right. Next, we got the Serve Pro First Responders Bowl. Shout out to the very first responders, man. We thank all of you guys and all the hard work y'all do out there. This is going to be Utah State versus the Memphis Tigers.
Hey, just I'm gonna keep it simple and sweet. I've always called them Memphis State. I will always call them Memphis State, and that's how I'm going with. I'm taking the Tigers of Memphis State.
That's right. Of course, Memphis, just about 98 miles from me, and we get a lot of Memphis ball games, man. Kind of disappointing season for Memphis this year after being so up the last few years. They're at 6-6. Um, Buffalo, I mean Utah State, of course, has Arkansas State's ex head coach,
Yeah.
and so I'm kind of torn there. But I'm going to go with the Memphis Tigers on this one. The Ticket Smarter Birmingham Bowl, and that has got East Carolina versus Coastal Carolina. This should be a great matchup. Coastal will be missing their quarterback because he's in the transfer portal. He is hurt at the time, so the backup quarterback came in and did a great job to complete the year. I'll tell you, man, this has got a great ball game written all over it, man. I'm going to
Yeah.
go with East Carolina. I mean, yeah, East Carolina on this one, man.
I think it's going to be a good game too. I think it's going to come down to the wire, but I'm going to go Coastal Carolina. I think they're going to pull it off.
Coastal on that plays on that turquoise field, the Chandeliers.
Damn right. Chandeliers.
Next one is a guaranteed rate. So come on over and you get a guaranteed rate of 2.5% at the guaranteed rate bowl. You got Wisconsin against Oklahoma State Cowboys. Save a horse, ride a cowboy, baby. That's exactly what Wisconsin's going to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree there. It's going to be that's a nice matchup actually. You know, across the board, both teams, and I don't know if they ever played each other before either. So I agree, man.
Yeah, the Big 10 and the Big 12 versus the Big 12 versus the Big 10. Hell, I don't know. 12
Right.
with 10, 10 with 12.
That's right. You got it.
So there you go, man. The Military Bowl is next. It's going to have no military teams in it. It's going to have Duke, the Blue Devils, against one of our favorite teams, UCF. Both teams are at UCF is at 9-4. The Blue Devils are at 8-4. The Blue Devils are favored by 2, but I'm going to go with the Knights and Coach Malzahn, baby.
Charge on, baby. That's right. Gus Malzahn's going to lead them to victory. Duke is a favorite on paper, but when the game is over, it's going to be bad for them. UCF.
Yeah, I was just wondering how long he's going to stay there. I know another Power 5 job is going to open up. You better look that way because he's a very good coach, man.
Yeah.
The next one is the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, and that is in Memphis, Tennessee. And that's going to I'll tell you what, it's going to a team that's right around the corner in Arkansas. So, they're going to have a big fan base. A lot of fans from Arkansas live in Memphis. I'll tell you that right now. And then the Kansas Jayhawks. Jayhawks getting bowl eligible. They're at 6-6. Arkansas, of course, with a slide, started out 3-0, and they finished 6-6. So, kind of disappointing after that 3-0 start. But I got to pick the SEC, and plus I'm a Missouri Tigers, and I hate the fucking Jayhawks.
I don't like the Jayhawks. I don't like the Razorbacks either. But in this one here, man, it's been a long time since Kansas got bowl eligible. I think they're going to go down. Arkansas has the majority of the crowd there, but I think the Jayhawks are going to win this.
Jayhawk, Rock Chalk Jayhawk, huh?
Yep.
Man, Missouri Tiger picking a Jayhawk. I'm going to question your loyalty to the state of Missouri on that one.
I think it's just because I've been living up here so long.
Yeah.
You got to lay off the peyote.
Damn Yankee. Hey, next one is the SDCCU Holiday Bowl. I did not say STD. I said SDC Holiday Bowl, and that is the Oregon Beavers. So there you go. Beaver could have been an STD Bowl. I mean SDCU Bowl.
Wait, it's Oregon Ducks, right?
Oh, it's the Ducks. That's right. Oregon State. Hey, it's the Oregon Ducks against the Tar Heels from North Carolina.
Yeah, you got Beaver on the brain. That's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Oh, man.
Man, that's actually a good matchup, dude.
Is Bo Nix going to play in that game?
That's a good question. If he is, without even thinking about it, I'm going to assume that he does not.
I know May's going to play in it.
And I'm going with Mac Brown and North Carolina to win this game.
Mac Brown. We love Mac Brown too, man. North
Yeah,
Carolina
we
at nine
do.
and four, Oregon at 9-3. The Ducks are favored by 14, man. So you're gonna take the Tar Heels plus the points.
Yep, yep,
That's a good.
absolutely.
Hey, that's a good pick because May will be playing in that game. He's a heck of a quarterback, and man, I hate to pick against Mac Brown, but I believe if Bo Nix plays, Oregon wins it. So I
Yeah,
haven't
no,
heard
I agree.
anything,
If
but I'm
Bo
going to
Nix
go with
plays,
Oregon.
Bo Nix plays, Oregon definitely does win. But
Yeah,
I'm banking that he decides here very soon and doesn't play. And I like Carolina, man.
there you go, North Carolina Tar Heel. All right, and next one is Tax Act Texas Bowl, and that's featuring a Texas team, Texas Tech, the Red Raiders, another Mike Leach team from the past against those old Miss Rebels and Lane Kiffin. Lane train kind of got derailed here at the end of the season with all them rumors going around about Auburn. Of course, he ended up staying in Oxford. So
Yep.
I look for Ole Miss to get back on track in this bowl game, and I'm going to go with Ole Miss.
Yeah, I thought it was really a good post that Lane put up about Coach Leach today too. And I think he's going to go out and play for the old ball coach and pull one out, and Ole Miss uh, pulls the victory out for State Mississippi and Coach Leach. I think it's going to happen. So, yep, hotty
Got to figure,
toddy, baby.
got to figure that all the SEC teams and Coach Leach's old team, so going to be trying to play for him. So Texas Tech is definitely going to be up for that one as well.
Yeah,
Next one is the New York Yankees Pinstripe Bowl. Pinstripe Bowl are featuring the team from New York, Syracuse Orange, versus the Minnesota Golden Gophers, rolling that boat up to New York City.
I like the matchup a lot. I really do. I thought Syracuse had a very good start to the year. They slipped off track and everything, but I like PJ Fleck in Minnesota. I like it. He's a good ball coach. He's been there for a few years, knows what he's doing. He's got a great system, and I'm sticking with the Big Ten on this one. I think Minnesota pulls it out.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go with Golden Gophers as well. PJ is an excellent football coach. Got Minnesota headed in the right direction. Golden Gophers are 8-4. Orange are 7-5, and Minnesota favored by 7.5. So
Yeah,
there we go. Next one is the Cheez It Bowl. Boy, I love some Cheez Its, man. I got a box right here in front of me, man. Munchy, munchy, munchy. Cheez It Bowl. And it's got Florida State against the Oklahoma Sooners. Florida State has picked up this year and put together a solid year. They're at 9-3, and the Sooners are at 6-6. I'm definitely going Seminoles, and they are favored by 7.5. And I look for them to win by anywhere from 10 to 15.
yep. I think Florida State's going to win. I think they're going to win by at least 3 touchdowns. I think it's going to be like 31, 35, 10.
Woo! You heard it here first on the J.B Manley Podcast. Blowout of the
Yeah.
Sooners. Boomer
Boomer,
Sooners.
Boomer, not soon enough.
Next one is the Alamo Bowl. We got the Washington Huskies, and we know JB's already going with Washington on that one, as he
Putting it
has
down.
said the whole state of Washington will win in every ball game against the Texas Longhorns, where Josh's daddy lives. I gotta go hook 'em horns for Steve, your daddy. Brown.
I'll throw the horns up or however they do it, whatever. But Washington, man, I like Michael Penix all year. He's had a great year with Washington. Transfer out of Indiana. I saw him play live here. He's just a good quarterback, dude. Like I said, he reminds me of Pat White from West Virginia days. The kick and throw, man. So I like Washington.
It's a man you love to hate coming out of Washington.
That's right.
All right, next one is the Dukes. Not salad dressing, but Mayo Bowl. That's
Ham up.
right. The Dukes Mayo Bowl is NC State versus the Maryland Terrapins.
Go ahead, man. What you got on this one?
Man, I got the Wolfpack. I know they're going to miss their quarterback in the transfer portal. I'm going to go ahead with NC State. NC State's had a solid year at 8-4. Maryland is favored by 1.5.
Yeah, it's going to be a close one, and I'm sticking Big Ten on this one too. I think Maryland's going to pull it out, and uh, Tagovailoa is gonna play some ball.
Right on. Somebody said something about some Frosted Flakes because the next one we got Tony the Tiger Bowl, baby. That's right, baby. Tony the Tiger. We got Pitt versus the UCLA Bruins, baby. And I'm going UCLA.
Yep,
Roll
I
one up,
agree.
smoke it for Snoop Doggy Dogg, baby.
That's right. That's right. Color scheme's gonna be pretty similar for both teams. But man, UCLA's had a hell of a year, dude. Just it was too bad that Oregon and USC were good at the same time.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
right.
only problem.
UCLA was due for a good year, and they had one. They're 9-3.
Yep.
Pittsburgh at 8-4. The Bruins are favored by a touchdown. I say they're going to win by more than a touchdown.
Yeah, I agree.
Then they're going to roll a fatty for this here pimp daddy.
That's right.
All right,
Fatty for
on to
Big
the
Daddy.
Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. That's going to feature the Notre Dame Fighting Irish against the South Carolina Gamecocks.
I know at the beginning of the year, people didn't even think Notre Dame was going to win 4 games with the way they started out their season. They looked like absolute dog shit, but they got back into it, clinched the bowl spot, and I think they're going to win. I think they win that bowl game too.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Notre Dame as well. Fighting Irish close. Both teams are at 8-4. Notre Dame favored by 2. South Carolina's put together some big wins this year, man. I'll tell you what, winning down the stretch, playing like they did.
Yep.
Spencer Rattler having a good solid year for the Gamecocks, but I'm going to go with Notre Dame as well.
Yep, absolutely.
Next one is the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl featuring Ohio versus Wyoming, the Cowboys.
Ooh, that's a good matchup, man. Bobcats a pretty decent team. I think they're out of the MAC also. There's a lot of MAC
Yes, they
teams in
are.
these.
That's right.
A lot of MAC teams in these bowls this year. But I think Wyoming is very strong, man. It's a good ball club. Got a great running back there. I see Wyoming pounding this one out.
Yeah, Wyoming's got a 1,000-yard rusher in Swain.
Yeah.
Segura for Ohio, he rushed for 940. It's going to be a good game, man, but I'm going to go with Ohio, man. The old
All right.
Bobcats at 9-4 are going to beat the Cowboys from Wyoming.
Save a horse.
That's right. Hey, next one up is the Capital One Orange Bowl, where the Tennessee Vols against the Clemson Tigers. Of course, it just came across the bottom line before we got on the air here tonight. Jalen Hyatt will be going to the NFL draft, so he will not be playing in this bowl game. That's a big-time receiver for the Tennessee Vols. So I'm going to go with Clemson because the Vols are going to be missing Hendon Hooker, as we know, with a season injury there.
Yep.
And now they're going to be down a big-time player. So I'm going to go with Dabo Sweeney and the Clemson Tigers.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, had Tennessee, not missed out on a couple of players getting hurt or leaving, this would be one of the biggest blowouts in the bowl season. But now, I would not be surprised if Clemson actually blows Tennessee out. Blowout being 15 or more.
You think the committee got together and say, let's have the Orange Bowl with 2 orange teams in Clemson and Tennessee in the Orange Bowl, and you're going to have 60,000 people in orange.
Oh,
It's going
man.
to be looking like a deer hunter's, I guess, a big-ass party there at the Orange Bowl in Miami.
Man, that's going to be a good scene. That's going to be a cool scene to see for sure.
Hey, next one up is a Trans-Perfect Music City Bowl, the Kentucky Wildcats, and they got a lot of fans there in Nashville, Tennessee, will take on the Iowa Hawkeyes. Of course, Kentucky will be without their big starting quarterback, who is going to the NFL draft. I do believe that is right, and Will Levis. So I'm going to go with the Hawkeyes.
I'm going to stay with the Wildcats. I still think Kentucky can pull this one out. I've watched Big Ten football all year long, and I could be completely wrong after this game's over, and people be going to be laughing at me or whatever. But I'm just am not impressed with Iowa this year at all. They don't look like the Iowa team I'm used to seeing. So without Will Levis, I think Kentucky pulled this one out.
All right, so we're split on that one. Hey, next one is the All-State Sugar Bowl, and Alabama is in the Sugar Bowl against Kansas State. Kansas State is going to wish they had never showed up. Alabama is going to going to put 69 on them, probably beat them 69-6.
Yeah, turbo clock is all I can say. Turn it on because this game's going to be over at halftime. Alabama's going to blow the
They're
brakes
going to be
off of
playing mountain music, Roll Tide,
them. Man, you ain't kidding.
all night long
This is
at the
going to be
Sugar Bowl
yep, this is going to be bad.
in New Orleans.
Yep, exactly. Roll damn tide.
Roll Tide. We're both going to go to Tide on that one. All right. Now we're getting down to the nitty gritty in the 14 playoffs. The first one is the Fiesta Bowl, and that is featuring the Michigan Wolverines against the upset minded TCU Horned Frogs.
Yeah, I was really impressed with TCU all year. I stuck with them for a long time throughout the season, ever since we started this podcast, actually. But Michigan is just going to be way too much for TCU. It's just not going to happen. This is going to be an ugly one. I got Michigan pulling this now big time.
Really?
Yeah.
Michigan favorite by 7.5. TCU will be a team that will not go away. Duggan, ever how you want to say it, Hacksaw, what I'm going to call him. That boy is tough.
I honestly think that Michigan's going to win by about 30.
30. Woohoo! J.B. going out on a limb. He loves the Big Ten, folks. Michigan over TCU. I'm going to pick Michigan as well, but closer than the experts think, as Coach Corso would say.
Not so fast, my friend.
That's right. Not so fast. Hey, next one up is Georgia against Ohio State.
This one's going to be close, man. Believe it or not, it's going to be close. It's if Ohio State, if they can do a couple things, blitz and collapse the pocket, and get Georgia out running the ball, Ohio State could pull this off, but it's not going to happen. Georgia's going to win. I think Georgia right now is only favored by about 6.5, but I think they end up winning by about 3, maybe.
Yeah,
It's gonna be close.
I think that's close. I think Ohio State has every possibility to win this game, man, for sure. Ohio State 11-1. Of course, that loss to the Michigan Wolverines, and then the Georgia Bulldogs at 13-0. Man, it's going to be a tough one, but I'm going to pick the Georgia Bulldogs in a nail biter.
Yep,
Maybe 1 or 2 points.
I agree.
Next one is the Briella Quest Bowl. Got the Illinois Fighting Illini against the Mississippi State Bulldogs, and I know where I'm going, baby. Go Dogs!
I'm following you there. This is Coach Leach's game. This is the players are going to come out, ball out, and just get a huge win for that man.
I've got a source here that tells me Mississippi State and defensive coordinator Zach Arnett has agreed to terms to make him the school's next head football coach. He's expected to receive a 4-year contract. So, breaking news right here on the J.B. and Manley Podcast.
Well, that's good for first. That's good for Mississippi State too, man. They kind of gives them a little, comfort knowing that they know who their ball coach is in the coming years, and now they can just focus on winning this one for coach.
Yeah, that's a January 2nd game. So next one up is Goodyear, the Cotton Bowl. The Cotton Bowl will have Tulane at a surprising 11-2 against the USC Trojans, who is also 11-2. And get this, USC, is only favored by 1.5. Whoever thought we would see today that Tulane is going against Southern Cal and is only a 1.5 underdog.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh,
Times have
yeah.
changed, have they not?
Man, it's crazy. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you look at the teams and you match them up side by side, Tulane is a better team, to be honest with you. And I'm taking Tulane. I think Tulane's gonna win this game.
Tulane going to win, according to JB, even
Yep.
though USC has got the new Heisman Trophy winner in
That's
Caleb
all right.
Williams,
That's all
who
right.
was thrown for 4,075 yards, 37 touchdowns, and 4 INTs. Pratt
That's
is
correct.
the Tulane Green Waves quarterback who's thrown for 2,776 yards, 25 touchdowns, and only 5 picks. So he's a very good quarterback as well. And then a running game, we got Dye on the Trojan side at 684 yards, 145 carries, 9 touchdowns. And then we got Spears on the Tulane side. He has rushed for over 1,300 yards. So this is going to be a very competitive game. I'm going to give a nudge to USC and Caleb Williams in that Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, I look forward to this game, man. I'm very proud of Tulane, man. That's
Yeah,
good for
that's
them, man.
that game is on Monday, January the 2nd as well.
Yep.
And it looks like that's going to be a 12 o'clock noon game. So we're going to have some other games with it. And speaking of other games, the next one is the Citrus Bowl. We'll be playing the same time. That'll have the LSU Tigers against Big Ten's Purdue Spoilermakers.
Yeah, this is good. I like this matchup, man. It's Purdue is a very overlooked team, a very underrated team, but LSU is just they play some good games this year, man. I'm really happy with LSU's play, and it was unexpected too because nobody expected much out of LSU this year. So
Especially
that
after
being
that
said,
0-2
man,
start, wasn't it?
yeah,
Or something like that,
yeah,
slow start.
yep, yeah, I'm taking LSU to win this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Tigers as well. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers!
Rose Bowl is next with the Utah Utes against your Penn State Nittany Lions.
This is going to be one of the best bowl games of the year. This is
Yeah.
going to be sick. Penn State's losing some players already that's not going to play, which kind of has me worried. But it won't be any excuses at the end of the day, man. I got to stick with my lines. I think they're going to go in, and I think they're going to beat Utah and win the Rose Bowl, baby. Bring it back to State College, baby.
I'll tell you what, the Utes are no pushover, man.
No.
They are 10-3, and Utah is actually favored by 2.5.
Yeah.
Penn State ranked number 11, Utah ranked number 8. Hey, Clifford is thrown for 2,500 plus yards. He has 22 touchdowns, 7 picks. Rising on the Utah side has over 2,900 yards, 25 touchdowns, and only 7 INTs to go with that. Rushing
That's the
side,
quarterback.
Singleton has carried the ball 149 times, 941 yards, and 10 touchdowns. On the rushing side for the Utes, Thomas leads the way, 687 yards and 7 touchdowns. So a little edge there goes to the Nittany Lions for sure. And then receiving yards, Washington leads the way for the Nittany Lions, 611 yards and only 2 touchdowns. And then Kincaid on the Ute side, 890 yards and a whopping 8 touchdowns there for leading wide receiver of the Utes.
Yeah, and Washington is one of those players just announced yesterday he's not playing.
So there you go. That's going to hurt Penn State. And as bad as I hate to, man, I love the Nittany Lions, but I'm going to go with the Utes.
Oh, I can't blame you. Utah's a good team, man. They
Yeah.
got Uncle Rico at quarterback. I mean, you can't beat it.
Rico Suave.
That's right. That's right. Boy took that. I still remember that lick he took against USC, man. That was nasty.
Yeah, that was a great game, man. I'll tell you
That
what.
was. Yeah.
Put USC out of the old national title picture, didn't they?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. That concludes our bowl picks. College football bowl schedule gets underway in just a few days, and that's going to conclude J.B and Manley Podcast. Good to see you again, J.B.
You too, brother. Always.
Nice talking to you. But make sure you don't
Absolutely.
hurt nobody when you got that mask on, okay?
I'm gonna get Benji or somebody wear it next
There
time.
you go. There you go,
on.
buddy. Old
Yeah.
Benji.
That's right.
Bad boy, little bad
Yeah.
boy.
Man, I'm working on it. I'm
There
trying
you go,
to
man.
I'm teaching him how to do a stunner right now.
There you go, man. Tell Ozzy I said,
I'll do that,
all
brother.
right, man. We're out of here. Until next
All
time,
right.
this is Manley, and that's JB. See you later.